Greetings, planty people, and welcome back to my jungle. So yes, it's a hat day. I am cold and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to embrace the autumn season. So it's been highly requested that I do a carnivorous plant collection. Now I don't have loads as much as I do in the background, but I do have a few, and I thought I'd share them with you today. So I hope you're all doing absolutely fabulous. So grab yourself a snack, a drink, or do some plant chores. Whatever you fancy. Okay, let's get into it. Okie dokie, so this one I'm actually super proud of. This is a Nepenthes. Now, I don't know what type it is. It was just labelled Nepenthes and I was just like, okay, well at least I know that. And I got this ages ago actually. The cups are about this size, and as you can see here, it's about the size of my hand. Now, I'm not a pro at carnivorous plants, so you'll see the odd like imperfect leaf or cup. Is this classed as a leaf? I'm not sure. So this is what happens if you don't keep the cups wet. So that's a little tip. If you're struggling and they seem to be crisping up, don't know if you can even see, but there is actually water in there. So when I give this a water, I proper sprinkle it over, make sure all the cups are nourished with water, and it seems to love it. Now I don't actually need to feed this because I've got so many plants, it just feeds itself, which is the whole point. But some people like to feed it flies if they've found one on the floor or something. I've never had to do it, but I just love this one so much. It makes a lovely sound. So this I keep just in some soily moss and it absolutely loves it, and this is actually just like a recycled jam jar or something. The key with carnivorous plants is to just make sure the soil is soggy. So everything you know about houseplants, basically do the opposite. So this one likes to stay wet, likes a really bright spot, and it doesn't need drainage at all, because these are bog plants, they like it wet. But yeah, I love this one so much. If anyone knows what type this is, that the ghost made a sound. If anyone knows what type this is, please let me know. It's got these gorgeous burgundy cups and slight like speckle on the back. It's beautiful. Okay, so the next ones are my favourites. Ping! So these are pinguiculas. This is Wessa and this is Tina. And as you can tell, they are flowering and I love these so much. I think some people struggle with these, but I think the key is just to keep it wet and keep it in a really bright, humid spot. So these all live, like all of them together, they live in my bathroom, and I'm a bath person, so it gets nice and warm and, you know, humid in there, and I love it. I just love them. This one is actually multiplying, so there's two in there, but just look at the flower. It's gorgeous. So you're probably wondering, if you've never seen these before, how on earth does this feed itself? And it's actually really cool. So these leaves, I'm not going to touch because they're very delicate. These are actually sticky. So it's also nicknamed butterwort. I'm trying to think of other nicknames. But basically, there's like a sticky kind of residue on the leaves that little flies are attracted to. They'll land on it and they'll get absorbed. See if I can find one. There you go, can you see that little fly on there? There's a little fly on there, so that's a nice little treat. So these are really good if you're having a really big fungus gnat issue. When I first got them, loads of flies would be on it, but since having all of these, my fungus gnat situation has drastically declined, which is super good. I just love these. I think I saw someone say that you can propagate these with just the leaf. I haven't actually tried that out yet. I just wait till they multiply themselves. I found this one's a little bit of a slower grower than this one, but that's okay. And this is the first time this one's flowered, so I was really excited to see that gorgeous purple. This one flowers for me every year, and I love them so much. So if you're thinking about getting one, definitely go get yourself one, because they're just super easy, in my opinion. And they're really cool, they're just really cool. I saw Fern make like a big like swamp of them called a pingdom, and that is quite simply the best thing I've ever heard in my life. I might try and attempt that, but I don't have a lot of room. Plant life, eh? Okay, so next one is a compilation. So this is just a clear orchid pot that I got from the garden centre. So it's got no drainage, and I filled it with like the boggiest soil I could find. And I just put loads together and put some moss in there, and it loves it. It absolutely loves it. So in here we've got, I think this is pronounced Sarracenia. So these are the long cups. These are beautiful. We've also got some other Nepenthes, I think. So these are, I think this was called like Bloody Mary or something. So it's completely different to like the monkey jars, but it's just beautiful. Like, look, can you see how big this cup is? Can you see that? So again, with these, I keep everything really wet. These are a little bit trickier to keep. As you can see here, this one's got a bit crispy. I might need to chop that one off. You need to keep these wet on the inside as well, otherwise they just crisp. But because they're so tall, when you move them, they kind of fall over. So it's a little bit tricky, but we're getting there. And also I've got another little ping in there as well. Beautiful. Yeah, so if you are struggling to have the room for loads of little individual ones, just get yourself a big pot like this and shove them all in. They love it. It kind of mimics their natural habitat. Sometimes I randomly get like a random plant growing out of it, so I've had to trim that back a few times, which is a bit strange. But I definitely want to put some other things in here. Maybe small little baby pings. I just want all of the pings. I love pings. I just love this so much. I did have a Venus flytrap in here years ago, but that was before I kind of knew what to do. So maybe I'll get myself a Venus flytrap in the future, but I just don't have the room at the moment. Okay, so the next ones are both looking a little bit sad. So please don't judge me. I'm not a perfect plant parent. We all have our strengths. So, yeah. This, I actually don't know what it is. So this is like one of those sundew ones where they have like the sticky beads on the ends. And this is just in an empty candle. And in my defence, it was looking a little bit sad when I got it from the garden centre. So I kind of gave it a big fat water, make sure this stays, you know, in the correct situation. And I trimmed back all, or most of the dead stuff. And it does seem to be growing back. So this one, I'm not too worried about. I'm just keeping a very close eye. If it doesn't make it, it doesn't make it, but I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. Sometimes it's best to just chop things and wait. But I'm not very patient. But it seems to be working out. So yeah, keep your empty candles and jam jars and use them for your carnivorous plants because they love it. They love it. Okay, last but not least, this one actually makes me really sad. So this is a bladderwort. Now I have the tag. So this is from Wax Wicked Plants, and I got this at the RHS show in summer. Couldn't think what season it was. Summertime. So the fancy name, right, I'm going to really struggle to say this. So it's an Ultricularia bisquamata Betty's Bay. And I had to trim it down. But there is a little bit of growth in there, so fingers crossed. And there is a little flowery thing. So this one digests actually underneath the soil. They have like kind of these bladders on its roots, which is super cool. So if anyone's got any tips for this one, please let me know. Okay, so at the end of the video, I lost footage of me saying goodbye. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.